Okay, so here's another slide where you're really just writing down notes. How to tell if a relation is a function. So first of all, keep in mind, all functions are relations. A relation is any set of ordered pairs. So everything we look at today is a relation, but we want to see if the relations are functions. Functions are more specific. An easy way to decide whether a relation is a function is to look for x values that repeat. Repeated x values mean the relation is not a function. So again, if x values repeat, it is not a function. So there are simple tests that we can do for each representation to see if it's a function. I don't need to read all this out loud for you. I just want you guys to write it in your notes. So take a minute, pause the video, write this stuff down in your math vocab. Now we're going to look at each one in more detail. We're going to start with a set of ordered pairs. We just need to check if the x values repeat or not. So here are my x values in this first relation. Again, we know it's a relation because it's a set in those braces. Our x values are 0, -2, and 4. Those are all different numbers. Because all three of those are different, it is a function. Now look in our second example. Our x values are 1, 3, and 1. Well, we can see that 1 appears twice. Because it appears twice, it is not a function. So here we have some practice problems. Is it a function? Determine whether the relations are functions. Circle your answer. Pause the video. Take a moment. Ask yourself if they are or not. Okay, let's take a quick look. Our x values are 0, -2, 1, and 2. Those are all different numbers. I know that this is a -2 and this is a +2, but keep in mind, those are different numbers. This one is a function. Next up, we have 10, 11, 12. Those are all different numbers. It's a function. Notice, it does not matter if the y values repeat. That's okay. The y values can all be exactly the same. We just care if the x values are different. And since the x values are different, we're good to go. In the last one, we have -3, 6, -9, and -3. Uh-oh, we see that -3 happens twice, so it is not a function. Next up, a table. We're just going to look down the x column, and if none of the x values repeat, it is a function. So here we go. -5, 0, 5. Those are all different numbers. It is a function. Not a function. We can see right away why it's not a function. We have 3 appearing twice. That's not okay. Remember, our x values can't repeat. So now you're going to see if you can do it on your own. Pause the video, take a second. Let's see if you've got it. All right, taking a quick look. -3, 2, 3, 2. Well, it looks like we have 2 appearing twice. It is not a function. 5, 2, 2, 6. We have 2 appearing twice. This is a trick problem. It's a trick problem because notice they just wrote the same point twice. And while that's some sloppy table making, it is still a function because that's the same point. Notice in contrast in this problem, 2 went with 5 and 4. So the y values there were different. It's okay if it's the same point listed twice. This one was a tricky problem. And then the last one, 1, 3, -1, -3. Those are all different, so it is a function. All right. We're going to take a second and move to the next